And now for the next entrance of Masterpiece Theater and the sponsor spotlights. Our sponsor this month is Epic Reads, and they have sent us My Plain Jane, and we are going to do dramatic reading.
And we have Cynthia Hand and Jody Meadows and Brody Ashton to thank for this because these books are hilarious.
Yeah.
So hope you guys enjoy as much as we do.
You study at Cambridge. Prepare yourself to be dazzled.
All right.
Cambridge Coffee Shop.
All right. This is a chapter towards page 300. All right. Alexander grabbed a sword off its mount on the wall. A sword wouldn't have been his first choice of weapon, but he certainly knew how to use one. It wasn't as though people like Rochester kept pistols around on their walls, meanwhile in America. A pistol would have made the intimidation factor much higher, he thought. Rochester's glare settled on him. The sword, the guarded stance he'd taken.
You're ruining everything!
Rochester growled.
She's supposed to be mine.
She won't have you, Alexander said.
I'm going to take her back no matter what it takes.
Get over it. Rochester scanned the room for another weapon. There, a second sword.
We were meant to be together.
Rochester slid the blade from its mount. So, it would be a duel then. That was fine. Alexander could duel. You had to possess her with a ghost to make her agree to marry you. And who had that woman been? She'd been young and beautiful and dressed in some, interesting attire that made Alexander immediately avert his eyes. Yet somehow he seemed familiar too. He'd seen the interesting attire before, briefly.
She's like the sun, and I am the earth, feeling its rays.
The sun and the earth will never be together, Alexander frowned. Miss Eyre was delightful, sure, but like the sun, that seemed a little over the top. Who was that woman, that ghost you were about to marry?
Someone who used to be mine.
Rochester attacked with a flurry of maneuvers that would have been startled Alexander if Alexander had been less prepared, but he blocked so quickly that steel rang and both men launched into a complicated dance of death. Sorry. Fire roared through his veins. This was what Alexander had wanted all along. I know it was you, he said, and now you're going to pay. Rochester performed a marionette's demise, a move that involved several smaller moves and a lot of fainting.
What did I do?
Alexander countered Rochester's attack with an artist's curse. My name is Alexander Blackwood. You killed my father. Prepare to...
Who was your father?
Nicholas.
I've never met anyone named Nicholas.
A lie. Alexander knew it was a lie. Lots of people were named Nicholas. He attacked using a new move called the Three Ladies' Luck, thinking his opponent might not know how to counter it, but Rochester was clearly a man who continued his words studies through his life, because two sharp clacks of the blades and Alexander was blocked.
You're outmatched, boy. I'm a master swordsman, unlike you.
Rochester growled at their first fight, spilled across the room around sofas and chairs and endangering paintings and potted plants. I feel like I should knock something over. Just kidding. I think that was you.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
No, prepare to die, Alexander shot forward, trying to surprise Rochester by going straight for the man's heart, but the villain darted aside and tapped Alexander's sword away. My father was your friend!
I really don't know who you're talking about!
For Rochester, as the fight moved into the drawing room,
I haven't killed anyone.
The end.
The end.
Yeah.